YouTube community. I want to talk today in this 30 minutes that I have before my 10:30 about scalp care. So, I see a lot of videos, comments, things of that nature on scalp care, dandruff, psoriasis in the scalp, things of that nature. I mean, everybody has their different opinions on it. You have some people that don't suffer from those types of scalp issues that have their opinion on it. And then you also have the people that have those issues and them trying to treat it the way that they've been going about treating it. And they have their opinions on what should be done about the scalp as well. Then me, as a scalp and hair professional and also as somebody who struggled with having severe scalp buildup, I have my opinions on it. So one thing that I want to show y'all is before, I don't know if you could tell, but before I began scratching this, it looks like my scalp might be okay. Like it might be kind of, clear. You can't see it. Sometimes scalp buildup is naked to the human eye until you get up in there and you start scratching and you realize oh shoot, it's something there. A lot of my clients, when they come in, they've never had scalp care before, and they think because they use oils and things of that nature on their scalp and they don't see any buildup, they think that they don't have any. And I say that to say, because of that, they go years never getting the scalp attended to, never having any scalp care. And so naturally, that scalp buildup, it's still there. Whether you can see it or not, whether it's kind of hiding or not, it's there. That's why when you begin to comb through your hair, at times you have white stuff coming out of it. And sometimes you think, oh, it must be a little bit of dried up product, things of that nature. Or, oh, maybe I got a little dry scalp today, let me wash my hair. But without taking the time to remove that buildup from the scalp, even when you shampoo, it's going to look like it's gone. You're going to blow dry your hair, and then you're going to start combing through it, and it's still going to be there. The minute any type of friction hits your scalp, it'll show you that buildup is there most of the time. Sometimes, depending on where you live, the humidity, how much you sweat, you could get a scalp detox, and later on that day or the next day, if you done started sweating, you done already began accumulating more buildup. So, I'm going through all of this and saying all of this to say, without regular scalp care, of course you can get to a point to where your scalp buildup is so bad that your scalp is extremely inflamed. It's super duper red. It's to the point where your skin is literally broken and touching it is causing it to bleed, things of that nature. That's a real unhealthy scalp. Once it gets to that point, there are some things that have to be done in order to try to get it to a better place to start caring for it. Now, I'm no doctor, but from what I've been told by clients, most dermatologists, they can go in and show you what your scalp is looking like. They can prescribe something to you to help you with your scalp as far as medicated shampoos, but they ain't finna get up in there and be touching it, scratching nothing off of it, lifting nothing off of it, things of that nature. Hi, Adriana, how are you? I'm doing well. I am doing well this Tuesday. What about you? I'm just sitting here talking about scalp care because I see a lot of people with different opinions on it. And scalp buildup is one of those things where almost kind of like Dr. Pimple Popper. It's you either love to watch it or you're extremely disturbed or disgusted by it. I don't think the scalp buildup is disgusting. I don't even use gloves when I detox people's scalps. And it could be because it's a problem that I faced on my own. So I'm really used to the things that come flying out of people's scalps. So it don't bother me as bad. But I do see people make, little comments and things of that nature. But I want to stress the importance that everybody got it. Everybody got it. I live in Texas. What about you? Everybody has scalp buildup, whether it's a little bit or a lot. And if you got it real bad and you feel like you need a dermatologist, you can go to a dermatologist, but they're not going to help you get that scalp buildup off your scalp. From what I've been told, they're going to give you some medicated shampoos, show you what the problem is, but not really give you too much on how to fix it, aside from saying, here, take this home and use this 3, 4 times a day because it makes some money. Me, even if the scalp is real tore up, um, I'm gonna do what I can to figure out how we can start to care for it. Kentucky. I've never been to Kentucky. How's the weather in Kentucky? It's actually a pretty day here in Dallas. It is a beautiful day. It's nice and breezy outside, not too hot, which I'm thankful for because ooh, it gets hot out here. Kentucky. Every time I think Kentucky, I think the Kentucky Derby, of course. I've, I've never been to Kentucky before. So many places in the States that I haven't been. It's bad. Is it like super hot out there? Or are y'all still like in rainy season? We got a little bit of that storm, not Dallas, but Houston, to my knowledge, got a little bit of that hurricane that was going through. The weather has been so crazy. So crazy. It rains a lot. Yeah. See, and I like rain, but I like to be inside when it's raining. I don't like to get outside and have to do nothing. It makes me real lazy. I like to stay inside, so I couldn't live somewhere where it rains all the time. I wouldn't get nothing done. Not a thing. Um, Scalp care. Yeah. So if the scalp is extremely tore up, now I want to make it clear. I'm not saying that I'll be sitting up. If your scalp is to the point where it is so red and it's so tender that I can't do nothing with it, then we have to figure out what can be done to get it to a point to where it can be cared for. I do tend to spray my water on people's scalps when it's super tore up. It's just my belief that it helps. So I do spray a little bit of that on there. And I do encourage people to not use like oils and things of that nature because it kind of covers up what's going on. We need to be able to see in there. But the best way to start dealing with scalp issues is to start caring for the scalp. If there's no scalp care, of course, there's going to be issues with the scalp. Am I the only one on here? I'm not sure. Looks like it might be a couple more people. It's not too many. It says 3 up there so far. Hi, Paisley. How are you? How are you today on this Tuesday morning? I'm just sitting here talking scalp care. And what I'm doing right now, as I'm going through my scalp, I'm also trying to show y'all that this is a form of taking care of your scalp on your own. It's not as effective as having somebody else do it for you, but it is helpful in maintaining your own scalp and kind of getting the buildup off of it because everybody, I'm not going to say everybody, I'm going to say a lot of people that end up having more severe scalp problems with a little bit of routine care probably could not have had as bad or as severe scalp problems as what they have. So it's important to try to do what we like to call preventative care on the scalp and to the hair because you don't want to wait till it's a real big problem to start trying to do something about it. But when you do it on your own, as you can see, like I can get the top. It's really hard for me to get to the back of my hair. For one, I can't see. And for two, it's harder for me to reach back there. So I have to do what I can, which is what we have to do when we're working on our hair ourselves at home. But you want to work on keeping a clean, healthy scalp because if you don't, you'll end up having scalp problems. It's real easy to kind of look at somebody else's scalp and kind of be like, ugh, but you don't know how your own scalp look. And I can promise you that whether you see buildup flying off your scalp or not, If somebody get in there with a comb or something, 10 times out of 10, you're going to have some buildup if you're not working on your scalp already at home. So one thing that I would like for us to do is to just kind of be mindful of people, because on this channel I do a lot of scalp care, obviously, and a lot of like scalp detoxing and things of those nature, and people's scalps be in all different types of conditions and predicaments when they come up in here. And I don't want I don't want to send a client over to kind of check out the detox video and somebody's being mean or saying some things that may be their true opinion, but will make other people feel bad. Um, Getting your scalp to an unhealthy place like that, despite what anybody thinks about it, is something that can be fixed. It can be cleaned up, it could be managed. The scalp can be managed with routine care, and it could have benefits on the hair. It's important to work on maintaining it at home. And it's also important to get in and see somebody that can regularly help you to maintain your scalp and everything as well in the shop professionally, because you can't reach it the way that somebody else can. I am not a person to say that somebody who has like psoriasis of the scalp, or somebody who has what they consider extremely dry scalp, or somebody that has real bad dandruff. I'm not the type of person to say that there's no hope for them or that they need to go see a dermatologist. Of course, I'm not going to discourage them from going to go see a dermatologist. However, it's just my belief that care is the answer. And scratching the scalp doesn't always have to be so, you don't have to use a whole lot of pressure to where you have to, how can I say it? You got to pay attention to each situation. You know what I mean? Like if somebody's scalp is so irritated when you get to it that you realize like, oh shoot, soon as I kind of touch this, it's gone. You have to be very gentle. You can't go in on somebody whose scalp is tore up, scratching it super hard. You have to start out gently trying to remove that stuff. Like literally just trying to lift it up so that it can come off the scalp and we can clear the scalp and it can begin to heal. Because one thing about it, as long as it's like inflamed and irritated and what I like to call angry scalp, there is no dealing with your scalp while it's angry. You got to get it to calm down. So routine care kind of helps with that process and helping your scalp to just calm down a little bit so we can get it to a healthier place. And you need to get it done routinely. So if you suffer with like severe scalp buildup or things of that nature and the dermatologist ain't working, the medicated shampoos ain't working, whatever you've been trying to do ain't working, and you ain't tried scalp care, try scalp care and see how that works for you. I have to try to hurry up and shampoo my hair and flat iron it because as we can see, my ends are to the point where they telling on me. They telling my business. My ends are telling my business right now. So I'm going to shampoo my hair and get ready for my client in a bit. But I just wanted to come through and talk about that. And we'll have some more detailed talk on scalp care because I got a scalp detox video that's about to get ready to be recorded. So we'll talk more about scalp care very soon. Everybody have a great Tuesday and a great rest of the week. And I'll see y'all later.